The bathrooms are an important part of the home inspection. A lot of the plumbing is consolidated in the bathroom. So the main thing that we're looking for in here is for any signs of leaking. We want to make sure everything's functional. So let me show you how we do a basic bathroom inspection for every property. We start here. First thing we do is we note the styles and the materials, the type of sink, type of cabinetry, types of shower, tub. We note what type of ventilation we have. In this case, there's no window, so we do have a mechanical exhaust fan. Check and make sure that's working. Yep. And then once we get up into the attic space, we'll make sure that that's vented to the exterior. But first thing we do is I run everything on hot. So I'll turn that on hot. Get our tub going. What we're looking for here is for what's called functional flow. So we want to make sure that when we're running multiple things at the same time, that we don't see any significant loss in water pressure. Older homes with the older plumbing, you can get a pretty heavy loss in water pressure when you do start running multiple fixtures, and that's usually due to the age of the piping, usually galvanized steel piping. In this case, I didn't see any change in water pressure or water flow, so this is looking really good. Want to make sure that we are getting hot water, yes. Switch it over to cold. And when we have a tub shower like this, I do like to pull the plunger, check the shower, make sure that's working, flush the toilet again. Now on the toilet, we do put a little bit of pressure on the side just to make sure it's secure. Looking good there. Check under the sink, look for any signs of leaking. Now I do physically check these connections to see. Sometimes you can have a leak and it's not visible, so I do like to touch all of these fittings. The shut-off valves under the sink here, any of these piping, drain piping connections. Do make sure everything's looking good there. I also like to fill this. Now we're not required to fill any fixture, but I do like to check that at least at the sinks and possibly at the tubs. Just to make sure we don't have any leaking at that gasket there. That's a really common thing, and you wouldn't really see that until you fill up the sink. So we just like to run a lot of water through everything, making sure all that water is draining through. Pop that. Make sure that's draining okay. Looks like it's draining a little slow. Maybe some hair or something caught in there. So we'll keep an eye on that while we're doing our inspection. So this is a basic inspection of a bathroom. We do this a couple times, for each house. Make sure that everything's working properly and we don't have any leaks.